All right, welcome to Think Big's SAT Tips and Strategies. My name is Glenn, and I am the proprietor and principal tutor at Think Big Online SAT Preparation. Today, I'm going to teach you an effective strategy for sentence completion questions, of which there are 19 on the SAT, which is 1/3 of all critical reading questions. So you want to get good at answering these. Let's start by going over the sentence completion strategy, which will be rather abstract, but in a moment we're going to apply it to 6 official SAT practice test problems. Okay, step 1, read the sentence. Step 2, underline context clues, which are words and or phrases that indicate the meaning of the missing word in the sentence. Step 3, determine the tone of the missing word in the sentence. Does the missing word have a positive, negative, or neutral tone? Step 3, conceive a word that fits in the blank. Come up with a word that fits in the blank and write it down. And step 5, use the process of elimination. All right, here we go. Step 1, read the sentence. Many of today's physicians and patients are blank high technology, captivated by computer-designed drugs and laser surgery. Step 2, underline context clues. Captivated by computer-designed drugs and laser surgery. Step 3, determine the tone of the missing word. Well, if contemporary physicians and patients are captivated by new technology, then they have a positive attitude towards high technology. And step 4 is come up with your own word. Here it's a phrase, and we're going to use excited about. All right, let's read the sentence with our phrase to make sure the sentence makes sense. Many of today's physicians and patients are excited about high technology, captivated by computer-designed drugs and laser surgery. Sounds good to me. Step 5, process of elimination. Go through the answer choices, eliminate those phrases that are unlike excited about. Nervous about is not like excited about. Defensive about is not like excited about. Tolerant of is not like excited about. Enamored of is a lot like excited about. Overwhelmed by is not like excited about. The right answer choice is D. Moving on. Step 1, read the sentence. The ballet stage is a bright, seemingly weightless world where gravity is continually being blanked by the dancers. Step 2, underline context clues. Ballet stage, bright, seemingly weightless world where gravity is continually being blank. Step 3, determine the tone. All right. Well, if the dancers appear to be weightless on stage, then gravity is continually being positive tone, and let's go with, for step 4, our word, overcome. Let's read the sentence to make sure it's logical. The ballet stage is a bright, seemingly weightless world where gravity is continually being overcome by the dancers. All right, sounds good to me. Step 5, process of elimination. Prolonged is not like overcome. Reapportioned, which means to divide and share anew, is not like overcome. Unbalanced is not like overcome. Reflected is not like overcome. Defied is a lot like overcome. E is the right answer. Moving on. Everyone who saw the play agreed that the lead actor's performance was especially blank. It was so deeply affecting that it moved many audience members. All right, context clues come after the colon. It was so deeply affecting that it moved many audience members. Step 3 is tone, positive. Step 4, your own word. We could use moving. Okay. Step 5, process of elimination. All right. Negligible is not like moving. Insipid, which means dull, tasteless, flavorless, is not like moving. Poignant is a lot like moving. Amiable means friendly. It's not like moving. And receptive is not like moving. The right answer is C. Okay, so we just answered 3 sentence completion questions that had one word omitted from the sentence. Now we're going to answer 3 sentence completion questions that have 2 words omitted from the sentence. And you're going to see both of these kinds of sentence completion questions on the SAT. All right. Our strategy for sentence completions with 2 omitted words is a lot like the one we just used. All right, there are a few differences. Step 1, read the sentence. Step 2, underline context clues. Step 3, I want you to choose the word blank that you think is easier and start there. Come up with the tone and your own word. Move on to the other word blank. Come up with the tone and your own word. Step 5, process of elimination. Okay, but here I want you to start with the word that you think is better and look at only the column with answer choices for that word blank, and then move on to the other column with the answer choices for the other word blank. All right, I know that was highly abstract and probably confusing. Let me just show you this in practice, okay? Step 1, read the sentence. Not wanting to come across as blank, the award-winning biologist blank her many impressive accomplishments as she addressed the team of scientists. Step 2, underline context clues. Not wanting to come across as the award-winning biologist blank her many impressive accomplishments. Okay, step 3, come up with the tone, but we're going to choose the word blank that we think is easier. I'm going to start with the first word blank, negative tone. Step 4, my word is going to be, it's conceited. Okay, move on to the other word blank. The award-winning biologist, go with a neutral tone, and she did not mention her many impressive accomplishments. Okay, let's read the sentence to make sure it makes sense. Not wanting to come across as conceited, the award-winning biologist did not mention her many impressive accomplishments as she addressed the team of scientists. Sounds good to me. Okay, so now that we have our 2 words, we're going to start with the word that we think is better. I think conceited is better than did not mention. So I'm going to look at the left column of words and cross off those that are unlike conceited. Egotistical is like conceited. Experienced is not like conceited. Celebrated is not like conceited. Arrogant is like conceited. Incompetent is not like conceited. Now, I'm going to look at the column of words to the right and cross off the one that's not like did not mention. Downplayed is like did not mention. Evoked, which means to call up, is not like did not mention. The right answer choice is A. Step 1, read the sentence. Budget cuts prompted the town's officials to cancel the annual parade, but subsequent blank from residents was so great that the event was blank. Step 2, underline context clues. Budget cuts prompted to cancel the annual parade, but the subsequent or following blank from residents was so great that the event was blank. Step 3, tone. Start with the word blank that you think is easier. I think the second word blank is easier. It's going to have, the word will have a positive tone, and it's going to be the opposite of cancel. I'm going to just use put on. Okay, I'm going to work on the second word blank, but subsequent negative tone complaint. All right, let's read the sentence to make sure that it's logical. Budget cuts prompted the town's officials to cancel the annual parade, but subsequent complaint from residents was so great that the event was put on. Sounds good to me. Start with the word you think is better. I like complaint better than put on, so I'm going to look at only the answer choices in the column of words to the left. Amazement is not like complaint. Support is not like complaint. Disapproval is somewhat like complaint. Outcry is like complaint. Negligence is not like complaint. Okay. Look at the column of words to the right. Cross off those that are unlike put on. Eradicated is not like put on. Reinstated is a lot like put on. The right answer choice is D. One more. The world accustomed to blank whenever governments change hands expected rioting and bloodshed, but the transition of power was remarkably blank. Context clues. Accustomed or used to blank whenever governments change hands expected rioting and bloodshed, but the transition of power was remarkably blank. Okay. Choose the word blank that you think is easier. I think the second one is. The tone of the word, positive. And my word, peaceful. All right. Work on the other blank. Accustomed to rioting and bloodshed. So accustomed to negative tone. And let's go with unrest. Let's read the sentence and make sure it's logical. The world, accustomed to unrest whenever governments change hands, expected rioting and bloodshed. Let's change this to violent unrest. Semicolon. But the transition of power was remarkably peaceful. Beautiful. All right. Choose the word that you think is better. I'm going to start with peaceful. Chaotic is not like peaceful. Orderly is like peaceful. Solemn is like peaceful. Uneventful is like peaceful. Unpopular is not like peaceful. All right, let's look at the column of words to the left. Harmony is certainly not like violent unrest. Ceremony is not like violent unrest. Violence will do. The right answer choice is D. All right, guys, that's it for our lesson on sentence completions, of which there are 19 on the SAT. Just use this strategy on those questions. All right, and try to build your vocabulary of frequently used SAT words, and you'll do just fine. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you found it helpful, please check out our other ones. I hope you have a great day.